All right, Jubilee. I shall postpone only a little giving the answer to the question just posed. First, I should like to find an explanation for the institution of the Jubilee year of the Israelites. Every seventh year, according to the law, was a sabbatical year during which the land had to be left fallow and Jewish slaves set free. The 50th year was a Jubilee year when the land not only had to be left fallow, but had to be returned to its original proprietors. According to the law, one could not convey his land forever. The deed of sale was but a lease for whatever number of years remained until the Jubilee year. The year was proclaimed by the blowing of horns on the Day of Atonement. In the Day of Atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land. And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land until all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. Ever since, exegetes have labored over the biblical statement that the Jubilee year was to be observed every 50th year. The seventh sabbatical year is the 49th year, and the space of the 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 40 and 9 years, and ye shall hallow the 50th year. To leave the land fallow for 2 consecutive years was too great a demand and cannot be explained by the need of the soil under cultivation for rest. The festival of the Jubilee, with the return of land to its original owners and the release of slaves, bears the character of an atonement, and its proclamation on the Day of Atonement emphasizes this still further. Was there any special reason why fear returned every 50 years? The Jubilee of the Mayas must have had a genesis similar to that of the Jubilee of the Israelites. The difference lies in the human character of the festival of the Jews and its inhumane character among the Mayas. But with both people, inhuman character among the Mayas. But with both peoples, it was a year of atonement, repeating itself every 50th year in the one case and every 52nd year in the other. Comets do not return at exact periods because of perturbations caused by larger planets. The Mayas expected the return of a catastrophe every 52nd year because that was the interval between two cataclysms that had taken place. It may be that the comet was actually seen again at such intervals. The Jews fasted and prepared themselves for the Day of Judgment on the earliest possible date of its return. The Mayas had their festival when the dreaded time had passed without harm. On the Day of Atonement, the Israelites used to send a scapegoat to Azazel in the desert. It was a ceremony of propitiation of Satan, a ceremony of propitiation of Satan. In Egypt, the goat was an animal dedicated to Seth Typhon, Azazel, a fallen star of Lucifer. It was also called Azael, Azza, and Uzzah. According to the rabbinical legend, Uzzah was the star angel of Egypt. It was thrown into the Red Sea when the Israelites made their passage. The Arab name of the planet Venus is Al-Uzzah. Arabs used to bring human sacrifices to Al-Uzzah. Muhammad, too, in his early days, worshipped it, and even today the Arabs seek to help. On the day of which the Jubilee year was proclaimed, the Israelites dispatched a placating offering of a scapegoat to Lucifer. But what had Venus to do with the Jubilee and the atonement?